A ton of recent articles are coming out talking about how a recession is approaching and how people are drastically changing their lifestyle and spending habits. In this video, I'm gonna break down 4 very basic strategies that you can use to weather any economic storm to actually grow your business and your wealth in uncertain times. Let's get into the studio and reveal these 4 strategies. So for normal people, recessions are all about taking it back a bit, watching more Netflix, spending less money, which might be a great advice, and just waiting it out until it's all over, and then they can finally live their lives and have fun again. But their whole mindset is contract, 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 less, 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 which is a very toxic mindset, and by the way, is very, very contagious if you're around those types of people who want you to play small as well, especially in dark times like we're probably gonna see coming up in the next couple of months. What we wanna do as savvy real estate investors, savvy business owners, entrepreneurs, we wanna run in the opposite direction and start what I like to call farming, which is all the initial work before you can harvest and get all your rewards later. So all the work nobody wants to do, talking to real estate investors, talking to joint venture partners, doing all the content creation to start building your brand and getting your message out. That's what we really want to do during these cold winter months, this dark time before it gets really nice and we can harvest, which by the way, when everybody's gonna start working then, when it's harvest time, when it's summertime. If you were to put recessions into seasons, you know, the boom, which is what we've seen for the past couple years, that's summer. The sun's out, everybody's having fun, everybody's making money, life is good, it's so easy. That's when people are gonna start getting their shit together and start working after the recession is over, but that is way, way too late. We wanna do all this work now when everybody's freaked out and they're doing nothing. So what am I doing in my real estate business? We're going way, way harder on YouTube. Surprisingly, if you've been following for a while, you probably think, Matt's going pretty hard on YouTube. Dude, we're not doing anything. We were doing it kinda right. We're going triple down on YouTube. I'm tripling the ad spend. Well, virtually we're spending no money on ads to grow our business because it was just doing so well and getting us so much business, but it was too easy. It was too easy in the boom cycle. I'm preparing for the dark, cold, potential winter. So we're going triple hard on the ad spend, which nobody's spending money on ads now. All the data coming out, which is why like the Google earnings were so bad a couple weeks ago at the time of filming this video. Their earnings came out for Q3 and they were terrible because nobody's spending money on ads. Nobody's buying Facebook ads, nobody's buying YouTube ads. I'm buying all of them now. We're also starting new e-commerce businesses, which I'm not telling you just yet on the YouTube channel, but you will hear about those. We're expanding our flip division down to Florida. We're buying Airbnbs in Florida, so our buy and hold rental, we're expanding that to Florida as well. We're just obsessed, 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 which I've always been since I started buying real estate back in 2011. I've been just crazy obsessed, but now I'm on like, I don't know, I'm on like steroids. I'm on overdrive obsessed because I've seen this before, man. I've seen this type of boring, slow, no growth market that we're probably gonna see in real estate for the next couple of years. I've seen that before. And you know what? I've built all my wealth, all my systems, all my connections during a time like that. And I got a lot of rewards in the last couple of years when I sold like 99% of my properties in the last year. It's almost like I knew something. I don't know, maybe I do this full time, I don't know. But we're gonna do it again. And we're gonna do 10x what we did. If you think we did a lot of stuff in the past 10 years, if you've been following for a while, dude, you've seen nothing yet. These next 10 years are gonna be friggin' incredible, but it all comes down to the work we're doing right now in the cold, dark winter. The second way to recession-proof your business is to invest in quality areas. If you've followed me for a while, you know I harp on this all the time. It's actually kind of all I talk about. I don't buy in weird, small town, you know, crappy markets. Even in the boom phase when you could invest anywhere in North America and make money, I still stayed away from all those areas. I'm disciplined and I only want to buy in quality areas that have, you're probably bored of me saying this by now, GDP growth. Why? GDP growth is the indicator for everything. If you have good GDP growth, your area is gonna be good. If you don't have GDP growth, your area is gonna be bad. GDP growth basically is the exports and imports of goods and services. Basically is an area doing anything. So when you have good quality, high GDP growth, that's, by the way, greater than the state if you're investing in the States or the provincial if you're investing in Canada average. So you want to be buying in a city that has a faster growth rate than the state or provincial average, which means it's kicking ass, basically in layman's term. So if you have good GDP growth, why do we care about this? It leads always to good job growth. So when you have good job growth, it always leads to number 3, population growth. Why? When there's a lot of jobs, people start moving from the crap areas in other areas to get those jobs. So the city starts growing even more. When you have good population growth, it always leads to an increase in rental demand. Prices of everything starts going up, and then you start reaping those rewards. Too many real estate investors just buy real estate anywhere, everywhere, because their buddy said, hey man, I'm investing in this town. I'm getting crazy cash flow. Yeah. The population is only 32,000 people. But let me tell you, the cash flow is amazing. Stay away from those types of areas, because when we're seeing recessions like we're gonna see now, or we're in right now, those areas get hit the hardest first, and they get hit really hard. So I'm investing in quality areas. For me, I'm investing mostly in Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. It's 1 hour south of Toronto, if you don't know where that is. Basically, it's a huge city. It's a big city, not as big as Toronto, but it's a very big city in Canada, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Lots of diverse industries, lots of population growth, lots of jobs. So you want to focus on areas like that can weather any storm, whether you're flipping, buying, holding, rent to owning, whatever you're doing. Those towns always do really well. The third thing you want to do is start building a team and hiring. Over the past 12 years, if I learned anything, is that if I would have hired people sooner, I would be much further on than where I am now. That is for sure. I only started building a team and hiring people for the past, 4 years of my career, and really only been diving on building the team for the past 1.5 to 2 years at most. I wish I would have known about this and I had a coach or mentor, somebody smacked me on the head and pushed me to do it way earlier, because I would have grown so much faster. Now, here's the thing. You want to hire key people to grow your business on a commission-based salary. Yes, so they only get paid on the results they bring. For example, the most important role, the most important employee is the acquisitions manager. If you're not getting good deals, you got nothing. You can't attract money partners for a long-term hold. Can't attract money partners to do the flip and actually make a profit on that flip. We buy our deals direct from homeowners. So we get realtors out of the picture, which I always have a hard time saying that because I am a realtor, but sorry guys, no realtors. We buy our deals direct from sellers, which is how we can get dirty low price on these properties, because we're taking the commissions out obviously, and we're taking a lot out again because we're easy, we're buying it as is, no commissions, no conditions, no financing. I'll close when you want, all cash. In exchange for that, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you gotta give me a dirty deal on that house, which they do, because some people just want it gone. No showings, just sell it, okay? Now, if you think I'm on the phone talking to all these people, well, you're right. I did do that at the beginning, which was a huge mistake. So when I hired finally this acquisition manager to take all those phone calls, meet with the sellers, get the deal signed, negotiate with them, I was totally out of the picture. Dude, our business absolutely exploded because he's really good at that. For example, my meetings were 15-20 minutes max before I walked the house, did my little pitch, gave my offer, tried to get them to sign the deal. Please sign the deal. 15-20 minutes max. You know how long he's at every meeting for, whether they're good meetings or not? 2 hours. 2 hours. What is he talking about? I don't know, but he's good at it. He connects with the seller, he builds rapport, he talks to them about their kids' baseball games. I don't know, dude, I don't have time for that. But he's really good at that. That's what he's good at, and he gets the deal signed. That team member is the most important role in your entire empire, because if you don't have good deals coming in, it doesn't matter. You don't have contractors, you don't have realtors, lawyers to pay, your assistant, like nobody's working basically if you're not getting deals. So number one, get an acquisition manager as soon as possible, convince them to work commission-based, and they will work hard. The right person will come along and they will work hard. The next team members are obviously the classics, your realtor, which again, you want a investment specialized realtor to potentially find you deals, but also to help you buy those rental property deals, sell your flips potentially, right? So we need a good realtor on our team. We need a good mortgage broker, that's for sure. Again, ideally a mortgage broker that specializes with investors like us to understand our financing. We got lawyers, contractors. Contractors are probably the second most important team member for our crew after the acquisition manager, because we need contractors that aren't going to screw us, take us for a ride, do quality work, which again, is hard to find, but the more projects you have on the go and the bigger your social media influence is, I find, which is what I'm always telling you guys to do, is build your social media presence, build your YouTube channel, do all this. When a contractor looks you up, because they will, they're gonna go, dang, this person is for real. They're doing a ton of projects. I wanna be on their channel maybe. They're gonna work harder and they're just gonna be better for you. So I would say by the time you're probably at around 6 to 10 properties a year consistently. Now you want to take those contractors and bring them in-house as employees, no more subcontractors, because subcontractors we found have worked really well for us in the past. They've done great work, super reliable, but eventually what always happens, it's human nature. They're gonna start saying, man, Matt makes all this money flipping properties and I only get this much because I'm his contractor. you know, maybe I'll do some flips, or I'm gonna start charging Matt more. And it's just the relationship, oh, I found it. I've gone through 3 or 4 crews. Oh, and again, not faulting them or judging them. They're only human, I get it. But they're saying, man, what Matt's doing looks easy. I wanna do what Matt does. And then they find out it's not so damn easy. But anyway, it's gonna happen. So how we found to deal with that is hire employees in-house. Our carpenters are employees, and they're way less likely to do that whole thing. Well, Matt's making this much money. They're less likely because they're a pure employee mentality. They're just like, dude, I'm just happy Matt's buying these properties and giving me work and paying me every 2 weeks on time. Matt's the best. Probably not, but anyway, that's the mentality we want to have. We want to pay them direct. So having employees on a payroll is way better. But again, I know it's more risky, more like scary. So only do that once you get, you know, up to 6 or 10 flips a year consistently, and you know you're cranking out flips. Pivot to having in-house employees. And last but not least, number 4, become a content creator. I just kind of shared it a bit in the last section, but you really want to build your social media presence because, like I said, it changes everything when it comes to hiring, firing, getting contractors. It's done wonders for my career. I give everything I have to YouTube. I've raised over $50 million, all from these YouTube videos. People watch it, they go, dang, Matt knows what he's talking about. I'm gonna give him my money. Hey Matt, take my money, go buy properties, go buy your flips, I'm gonna lend to you. I've raised so much money from social media because I'm showing what I'm doing. I'm showing the before and afters, I'm showing the flips, I'm teaching, so I'm also an authority, so I'm teaching them on strategies, so you know, they trust me more because I'm getting results. So, and people only wanna lend and work with people who are actually crushing it. So I tell everybody, you gotta make a YouTube channel, you gotta start putting out content, and you know what? Nobody does. I don't know why. Everybody thinks it's a good idea and they go, yeah, Matt, I agree, but nobody fucking does it. But you know what? That's cool. It leaves more room for the people that, like us who are doing it. But I'm telling you, because you're a fruitful follower, I know you're different, you gotta make a YouTube channel. It's the only way to grow your business. Only way. I've talked about that so much on my channel, so I'll leave it at that for this little part, but you gotta make content. Now, I've given you so much amazing content in this video, but if you wanna put it all together so that it really makes sense and so you're crushing your business for real, you gotta check out this 3-hour masterclass I shot. You can get it right here or in the link down below. You gotta watch that video because I go over all the systems from A to Z, and it will make this video make a hell of a lot more sense. I'll see you in the next video.